Well, today we're excited to welcome back a two-time guest now, powerful voice in Christian music, Ann Wilson. Ann joins us to talk about her brand new single out this Friday called God's Story. Ann, thank you so much for chatting with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So the most important question to ask you, you're a fan of Dunkin', and we know that, Dunkin' Coffee. But here lately, they've been adding all kinds of weird things to their menus, all this food like avocado toast and these sandwiches. Do you try these items there, or you just stick with the good stuff?
Well, unfortunately, it's so sad, but I am gluten-free now, so I can't have any of their food. I used to only stick though with the good stuff. A couple years ago, I did like the donuts were my favorite, like the strawberry donut was
Yeah.
my favorite, but I can't do it anymore now because I'm gluten-free.
So you just stick with the coffee?
Just the coffee. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the good stuff anyway.
Yeah,
So.
it is.
Well, a few months back, you got off the Winter Jam tour. Winter Jam is always awesome to see all your friends and, get to hang out with a bunch of people. So how was Winter Jam this year?
It was awesome. It was a really fun tour. It was one of my favorite tours, I think, so far in my career. It just was fun, and it was like we put a lot of work into our show, and it felt like a great tour. So we really loved it.
Yeah. Well, you have a new single out, like I said, this Friday called God's Story. Do you mind telling us about it? I really love the song. It's a real powerful song.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. It's a very personal song to me. I wrote it out of a very personal part of my life that I've very openly shared with people about my brother Jacob passing in a car accident in 2017. And I've done a lot of reflecting over the last year of my life, just thinking about him and my story overall. And we just honored his passing of 8 years a couple weeks ago. And now that it's been 8 years, like I feel like I'm on this other side of the grief where I can fully think about him with joy now and not just a ton of sadness and heartbreak. And I feel like God has really healed me and my family. And so as I've been reflecting on that, I've been reflecting on um, I think just like the fact that God has written my story in such a powerful way, like he's been in the details, writing page after page in the midst of all the pain and the suffering to write my story. And so I was sitting in the writing room with Matthew West and Jeff Pardo, who I wrote My Jesus with and a lot of other songs with, and was just reflecting with them on that. And I felt like God's story was also like the perfect song for almost like an invitation for people to really reflect on their own lives and to see like the ways that God has written their own story. And one of my favorite lines in the song is in the chorus. And it says, I'm proof that we're all only one prayer away from a testimony. And I think it's important to really realize like all of us are one prayer away from what God could do in our life. But all we have to do is be willing to say yes to him, be willing to surrender our lives and to like be open to what he can do. And then when we do let him in, he shows us and he writes these incredible stories that only he could have written.
Yeah. And I'm sure with your music, you get to hear these stories all the time, these God stories. And to write a song, how fitting it is that, but I'm sure, like I was talking with an artist earlier, these songs that you guys do and write, you don't really have, you do have an idea because you probably get messages from people, but in reality, there's so many people that are ministered through your song and through your your ministry. And so I really love those moments that someone can hear a song over and over and over, and then that exact moment they're going through an issue or something in their life and listen to a song, and it ministers to them. It works it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is this something like, are you going to be releasing new music, new singles leading up to a new album, or?
Yes. Yeah, this is the first song off of the new upcoming album that I'm really excited about. And feels like just a fresh chapter for me in my career and as an artist, but also as a person. I turned 23 in February, and it's been a hard year so far just because my brother passed when he was 23. And it's been this weird like realization of like I'm gonna literally live longer than my brother ever got to. And there's kind of been like a new, I guess, milestone in that grief cycle um of what it's felt like, to kind of process through it. So this album, we teased that song back in February. We released the full song on socials, not on streaming platforms, but on socials. It's called 23. And that was the first song we wrote for this next upcoming album. So ever since then, we've been writing, and it's all kind of coming out of this place of like the 23-year-old me, of what God's teaching me right now, what I've been, discovering about him, what I've been going through. So it's been a really, it's just been an incredible journey of getting to write it. And I can't wait for people to hear this new album. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah. Is there a release date that you're thinking, or?
We still don't have an official date, but it'll be really soon. We're releasing another song next month. We can for sure say that. So in the next month, there will be an additional song to God's Story that we'll put out. But it is soon. I wish I could say it, but I'm like, it's so hard for artists because we write these songs so many months in advance by the time they come out. And we're like already on to the next record by the time the songs come out. So I'm like, I wish it could come out right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's go back a little bit to your album Rebel. You had a song on there, songs about whiskey. How much complaining did you get about that song? How many Karen Christians reached out to you and was mad about this song before they even listened to it?
Exactly. That's what it is. It was in the beginning. I think we teased it on YouTube or something. We had some premiere, and it said the name of the song before the song came out for a few days for the music video premiere. And I had a lot of people be like, what in the world are you doing writing a song about whiskey? Like a lot of mean comments. But once it came out, once people actually listened to the full hook of the song, then they love it. So it's been fun. I love like singing it at country shows when someone has a beer in their hand singing it. That's like one of my favorite moments. And so, yeah, it's a fun song. I think I like it because I think it ruffles people's feathers, which I'm all about that, I think, in the Christian world. Because I think sometimes we're just a little too intense. And sometimes it's like, we don't have fun, and the Lord wants us to have fun. And that song to me is a fun song, but it's clearly stating like, I'm not judging what you do with your life. I'm not saying what I do with my life, but what I am saying is I don't sing about those songs. And then I sing about Jesus, and I think the song goes to show also that like, I'm not going to stop singing about Jesus. Because there was a lot of those questions, when I released Rebel, of like, are you going to leave Christian music behind, and are you going to go secular? And it's like, no, not at all. Every song had something to do with the Lord on the last record, and will continue to for the rest of my career. So I think it shows people like, I'm not done talking about Jesus.
Yeah. I think your next controversial song could be songs about tariffs. I mean, I don't know. Ruffle some feathers there.
Yeah, totally.
Well, and last time you were with us, we did a little thing with you, and you told us. We learned a few things about you. One is that you're a big Kentucky Wildcat fan, and that's terrible. Louisville Cardinals all the way. But we'll
No.
Well, and what is next for you, and how can our viewers and listeners keep up with you?
Well, this new album will be the next thing. Super excited about it. We've been working on it for the last, I guess, 9 months now. The best way to keep up with me is on social media, on my Instagram, Facebook, all platforms, Ann Wilson Music. And then on my website, AnnWilsonOfficial.com has all my tour dates and like the bigger stuff there.
Yeah. Nice. Now, you released like a year or so ago a little Christmas EP. Are you going to do any more Christmas?
Yeah, we are. We're not doing it this year, but we will. We've actually been working on that, and I'm excited about it. I actually love Christmas music. I like getting to put it out and write it. So we're working on some stuff for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, to wrap up, I'd like to see if you'd be willing to share something that God's been doing in your life recently that would help build our viewers and our listeners' faith.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I think for me recently, it's just been like God's showing me to be present in the moment in life, and to focus on the day at hand, and kind of like talks about in scripture, like getting your day, like he gives you your daily bread, like focusing on the day at hand, not worrying about tomorrow. For me, I struggle a lot with like anxiety for the future and worrying about what the next day holds. And I'm really trying to train myself and learn how to just sit in the moment of what God is doing right now so that I don't miss it. And then I'm not worried about the next day, but I'm present in the moment. So for those listening, that would be my encouragement, is just don't get caught up in the worry of the future because God holds it. Just be present in the day that you're in and be grateful for the day that he's already given you.
That's good. Well, Anne, your new single comes out Friday, the 20th, God's Story. Awesome. Go Cards.
No, that's awful. It's horrible.